Well, what's going on, Andrew?
What's up,
Danny,
man?
uh, there's nowhere to be seen, but that's okay. This is episode 13.5. And the reason why we are saying point 0.5 is because obviously, you know, we're not in our studio, right? We're in a Discord. It's just going to be me and Andrew today talking about, well, we're just free for all in it,
We're just yapping.
really. Yeah, we're just yapping away. But we're trying out a new version, really, of the podcast. That way we can just get more consistent content out there for you guys because obviously, me, Andrew, and Danny, we all have busy lives. It's tough to get everyone's schedule, you know, basically together. For us to get together, just it's rough out here, but it's all good. We're gonna make it work. Danny is unfortunately unable to attend, so go after him. We did try, but Andrew, how's your day going? What's going on, man?
I've just been hanging out editing episode 13, which is super exciting. Almost done with
Probably gonna
that.
be my favorite episode ever.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a banger,
Dude,
and hopefully, you know, all we can hope for is just the best in terms of attraction as well as just success. Because genuinely, that episode I think is one of the most that we put the most effort into, and I'm just super excited for it.
yeah, nah, for sure. I wish there was more I could do for you, my brother, because I know listen, a lot of hiccups with just transferring the files over. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's uh,
weeks.
it's a
It's
pain.
crazy, man. Took me 12 hours to transfer about 50 gigabytes worth of videos, which we transfer. Guys, I need that refund
Step it
because that
up.
ain't working. It ain't working, guys. Anyway, nah, but we have finally heavily progressed now. It's basically done. We'll be releasing a lot of content for that soon. A lot. Um, yeah, I can't wait until the next one, which is what's going on this Sunday, Andrew? I wonder what's going on.
Yeah, so right now it's March the 7th. So this Sunday, me and the boys, we're going to be getting back in the stew. We're going to be cooking up a Western Hemisphere draft. So as you guys previously know, we did an informed Premier League draft, and then we're switching gears now just to Western Hemisphere. So it could be anybody from Lionel Messi, Neymar, to Julian Alvarez if you're on enough crack to do that. Just whatever you want to do in the Western Hemisphere. It could be
uh,
Christian Pulisic, and going crazy with it. So I'm looking forward to it. I know Javi has already got his whole draft like picked out. He's had that
does
picked
he
out for like
really?
weeks. So
My God, are you serious?
yeah, man, he's excited. He's
Javi,
excited.
no offense. What a dick. Wow,
So
now I gotta freaking scramble over here,
yeah,
dude.
for real.
Jeez.
Big things coming though.
Because
I'm excited.
yeah. I mean, so the reason why I'm scrambling, because I mean, I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to do it this week. However, I made some moves in my schedule where now I'm able to. So now we just got, gotta grind it out here. That's okay. I mean, it's not like there's a lot of amazing players. I think between four people, I think it'll be a solid overall draft. So
Yeah, it'll definitely be
uh,
fun. And
yeah,
another thing is like we can also pick favorites. So like obviously we're gonna be playing FIFA afterwards, but
yeah,
I'm still gonna be picking favorites. Like I'm not gonna pick all the most like OP fucking players on FIFA just because I want to. It's just it's all around just fun just to see what we all come up with for
right,
sure.
right. Well, hopefully Javi does attend to that because I will do the same. Honestly, I did not think we would be doing a tournament in the last episode, which you guys will definitely see soon. Um, or if you already have watched it, I'm not sure when this will be released, but probably soon.
Probably
Anyway,
tonight.
tonight? Oh, no way.
Yeah, man,
So
it's coming
tonight
out
we're just
tonight.
going out tonight. Awesome. Well, no, I mean in general, it's so much fun. I didn't expect us to do it. I just threw it out there and we made it happen. And now we're gonna do a bunch of them. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Definitely, like I said, probably my favorite episode ever. Just the topic, the subject. The type of podcast it is. It's unbelievable. One of the funniest days ever in existence for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, but Champions League just happened as well. We do gotta throw that in there. No surprise. Andrew, I'm not a City fan, I promise, but it is no surprise they are through. against Copenhagen.
Right, right.
United can't even beat them, and it's whatever. Uh, PSG are through. Bayern are through
Yep.
after that scarce couple weeks.
Madrid scraped through against RB Leipzig. I don't know if you saw, but Xavi Simons was
Yeah,
absolutely devastated. The poor guy.
yeah, nah. I hope he does not go to PSG. I'm sorry. I hope he does not stay with PSG. Hope he leaves
Yeah, he's definitely got a brighter future ahead
desperately.
of him.
I mean, I'm glad Mbappe finally sees it at 24 years old. Obviously, that's still very young, but in footy, when you start to hit 30, 20, 28, between 28 and 30, you're in your prime.
Right.
Then when 33 comes around, you know, Casemiro, you start sucking ass.
Bro,
Um,
Casemiro is one of the best players on our field. So that's just my professional
that's the
opinion.
point, though. But like, I don't disagree, but age has affected him this year. I do feel like compared to last year. Last year, magnificent. This year, I mean, there's just all sorts of chaos going on, so we cannot blame him entirely.
For sure. I mean,
Uh,
there's so many inconsistencies with that team, especially in the back line. It's just
oh man,
the string of results that we've had has definitely shown who our strongest lineup is and who our weakest lineup is. When we
right,
had Lissandro Martinez and Luke Shaw and all the boys in the back, we were performing very well in the back. Um,
right,
and it's very clear to see the gap, I guess you could say, inconsistency when it comes to our secondary and our even our third fucking lineup with Victor Lindelof playing at left back.
right. Yep. I mean, obviously we don't ever talk about Manchester United, but we just had to bring it up.
Of
Uh,
course.
it's just tough not to talk about. I mean, all right, Andrew, I'm just gonna ask you again for like the 10th time probably during a podcast in each of our episodes, but Eric Ten Hag in or out?
I still want him in, man. The manager, sure, you could look at him as one of the problems, but he is not the primary problem. And I've said it so many times. I'll say it. I'll take it to my grave.
I do agree
Until
with you.
he has his full starting lineup and he is losing games, that is when I'll say Eric Ten Hag out. But for right now, Ten Hag in all the way.
I mean, yeah, I mean this team, no, there's just no comparison to that City team. I will say, I know Bruno Fernandes has been injured, but I will say I have been disappointed in recent performances. But I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt with his injuries, and really just the team being absolute. I'm just gonna, we're gonna be nice. They've been
They've been bad.
um, ill efficient.
That's
Let me just put it that
yeah,
way.
sure.
As Javi says, let me tell you, it's a crisis. Um, happening in our hands.
I
However, we do hope it does get better.
What I will say, I think if y'all know me on the channel, I back Bruno till the day I die. He is one of my favorite, if not my favorite player. I love the guy, but in like the last few months, he's really, really been struggling on the field.
Hmm.
Just his performances have been really, like, honestly, they've just been awful. Like it's very hard to watch. Like he's always looking for
Yep.
a Hollywood pass, and he's just showing too much emotion as a captain. I just think, like I said, I love him to death. Bruno Fernandez is literally like one of my favorite players. One of the main reasons. Um, yeah, he's just a great player. One of the best signings in a long time. But he's really got to
Oh,
step
for
up his
United,
performances.
100%. Oh my gosh,
Um,
unbelievable signing for United.
but yeah, man, moving along here, I'm gonna dip into some Danny territory. Did you see that previous Real Madrid game in La Liga? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was against who was it? It was against
Oh,
Valencia.
yeah, the last minute goal that wasn't a goal.
Yeah, the last minute goal that wasn't a goal. The horrible injury um, that happened. I forgot the young defender's name, but it was a horrible knee injury. I saw that live. I was just absolutely like dumbfounded. Um, uh, Luckily, he posted. His name is Diaka. Dika. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but he luckily posted a message after his surgery saying that it all went well and he's now on the road to recovery. But really scary, really scary injury that happened to him. during that game.
Yeah. No, I did not see that injury happen. I just, my main focus is not on La Liga.
Right,
However,
right.
I will say this. I think it's hilarious. that, I don't know. These referees are something else. Like, I don't know. I mean, what do you think, Ed? Do you think like that should have been a goal in the end?
No, that goal 100% should have gone in. The fact that the referee blew the whistle while the ball was still in the air. Anybody
This
who's
is not
anybody knows that that
EAFC.
is not how you play the game.
Yep.
And as you could see as well, all of the players were still completely tuned into the game even when the whistle blew.
Yep.
And honestly, it's nothing short of a disgrace, and that referee needs to be looked at, as well as that red card after the game ended. I think is absolutely ridiculous for Jude Bellingham. Luckily, they are appealing it. Just yeah, overall that game it was chaotic. It was absolutely chaotic.
Absolutely.
Moving on
Uh,
though,
yeah.
Danny's Barcelona recently tied to Athletic Bilbao um, in their last game, which drops
Zero.
them
Not even
even
any. No
further.
goal.
Correct. It
No
finished
goal.
0-0, and they are now 8 points behind leaders Real Madrid. I don't
Ah,
think that there's a way back for them.
sucks. Uh, I mean, there's no surprise there. I don't think. I think the team is. No, I'm not even joking. Like I know I do. I get on Danny's nerves on purpose by saying the team's dysfunctional, but it is. I mean, obviously the manager is leaving. De Jong is hurt now.
Pedri
Pedri's
again.
hurt. I mean, which is unfortunate. I mean, he's supposed to be, the next great midfielder for our generation, and he's just getting, um, slapped around with injuries, unfortunately. But
Right.
I will say this: I just think that Barca team is all over the place. Not even. I'm just being for real here, Danny. I do apologize still, but yeah, managers going, injuries. I mean, you name it, it's happening. It's almost like it's a Man United situation, except it's definitely not.
Right. I
However,
mean, we're
the
both just kind
chaos
of
is
mudded
very
gloves at this
similar.
point.
The chaos is very similar.
Yeah.
So,
There's a lot of
um,
stuff going on behind the scenes at Barca, a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes at United. It's all a pretty similar situation if you
however,
think about it.
Laporte, Laporta is the guy. I think he's without him though. I think Barca would be in an even worse situation.
For sure.
But yeah, overall the stance is they will not be climbing back in La Liga just due to the circumstances. Kind of just is what it is. If they do claw back, it's a miracle.
For
And,
sure.
unless Mr. Miyagi does his knee thing on Frankie De Jong and Pedri, I think it's just a dunzo. So
Yeah, I saw a stat earlier today that Pedri, before his 78 or 72 games missed through injury, he'd never missed a
it's
single game
crazy.
starting. And then after that, he's just had so many reoccurring injuries. It's really unfortunate to see. I don't know. I think just like the Man United physios, I think the Barca physios just need to be sacked. Honestly, it's getting worse and
Yep.
worse, and there's the injuries are just they're not helping.
So
Um,
you think it's the physios instead of like the luck of the draw?
I mean, it's everything. It's the physios, luck of the draw, the consistency and intensity that they play the games these days. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like it's everything. And I think if we want to preserve this sport and preserve the players' health and treat them like actual humans, I think the consistency that they play needs to be looked at. The FA really needs to take a look at just everything deep down as to why everybody's getting injured.
Do you think seasons should be longer?
No, I don't think seasons should be longer. I think the games should be lessened though. And unfortunately, the new Champions League rule is now more games are being played. So the
Players are screwed.
yeah, it's getting really tough for the players, and hopefully something works out in the end to where either the intensity is lowered or just something brings a bit of humanity back into the sport, because right now it's just a full-fledged business and there's no stopping it.
Uh, I mean, hey, I'm very happy. I do sports bet and I do lose my money. So I do have more opportunities. However, I do still feel for the players. I mean, Virgil van Dijk spoken out about it. I mean, one of the best. I hate to say it, but center backs of all time. Not of all time, sorry. In the Premier League, in the world right now. Um, he's spoken out about it, and I mean, he's a very fit guy, fit defender. What's a lot of stamina. There we go. He's got a lot of stamina. However, even for him, it's a lot, and for a lot of other players that have spoken out about it.
Right. Exactly.
So, yeah, it's just I can't believe that they moved forward the 30. Is it round? It's 32 rounds now.
I think every team gets to play at least 8 games or something like that.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. It's just like Europa League 30 around 32. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like I guess yeah, in a sense it does give more opportunity for other teams. Like, listen, anything can happen in the Champions League, right? I mean, Bayern Munich almost got knocked out by Lazio because of their struggles. I mean, Real Madrid, Leipzig. I mean, same thing. So, um, I mean, overall, it's just probably not a good move for the players.
Right. Moving on, you kind of dipped a little bit onto the Europa League. Have you seen anything going on with that?
Not gonna lie, Andrew, I have been caught up.
Hey
Um,
man, no big deal. I'll give you a really brief rundown. You ready? And obviously for the viewers at
okay.
home, I'll give you a very brief rundown.
Is a rundown that Brighton sucks. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
so Roma have actually just like caught a new wind or turned a new page under this new manager. They destroyed Brighton 4-0 today. And keep in
Not just
mind,
any manager though.
say it again.
Danielle De Rossi.
Oh, for
Not
sure,
any
for sure.
manager. A Roma
The
legend.
the Roma legend himself. And keep in mind they won on penalties against Feyenoord with an aggregate of 2-2 last week, and then they just absolutely blow Brighton out of the water for this first leg. When they go back to the Amex Stadium, I won't be surprised that they'll just keep a clean sheet and a 0-0, honestly.
Yeah. To be fair, Brighton, actually I did do a bet on them last week. They were in my six leg parlay. And they failed me. They really did because I hit every single one. I lost $600 just because of them. I
Wow.
didn't lose $600. I could have won $600. Sorry, on a $20 bet. And literally, Brighton just needed to beat Wolves in the FA Cup. But I just believed in De Zerbi's coaching. Even though all the players were injured. I just believed in. But you know what? Coaching can only get you so much when the quality's not there. Because Roma have some quality.
Yeah,
Like I
absolutely.
said,
I mean,
Javi,
Paulo
like Javi
Dybala.
says, let me tell you, Romelu Lukaku, Paulo Dybala, Chris freaking Smalling. I mean, like the quality is unmatched
Yeah, for
for
sure.
the youth of Brighton, unfortunately.
Now, so
So
for the Wolves v Brighton game, was this at Molineux or was it Amex?
this was at Molyneux, I believe.
Oh, bro, why would you bet against the Wolves at Molineux? They turn up at Molineux. They've made it their
I
fortress
honestly
this
don't
season.
remember. But I'll tell you this: Brighton controlled that whole game. I did watch the whole game. I literally did
Just
not watch
sweating.
the United game. I didn't even watch the United game. I watched the Brighton game
Oh my God. You didn't watch the
because
Derby, bro?
Oh, I'm talking about no. United was facing Nottingham Forest
Oh,
FA
okay,
Cup.
okay, okay.
This is before that. One
Oh
week before
yeah,
that.
you're right.
So I didn't watch that, and then I I turned it on. I turned on the United game against Nottingham Forest. I was like, all right, you know what? We just need Brighton and United to score. Let's be positive. Bruno swings it in. Casemiro gets a header. I'm screaming off my head that I got that, and then Brighton just made me drink. So for it short, but
Just
no,
wash it all away.
kind of got off topic, but no. Brighton controlled the whole game. I mean, 70 or it was over 65% possession, and they were in the final third so many times, so many opportunities, 18 shots, two on target. I mean,
Hey,
it's absolute
bro.
disgrace of a performance.
Just talk to Jose
Um,
Mourinho. If anybody knows anything about winning games with low possession, heritage.
no, oh man, because Wolves' goal that they got, it was just a rebound. It was a terrible goal. It wasn't even a good goal. Like it was probably one of the it was a boring game to watch just because it was just like Wolves parking the bus and then heavy on the counterattack. I mean, it was just like, yeah,
Hey, bro.
you
Ball
know,
doesn't lie.
I guess not. I should have just betted on Pedro Neto, and he didn't even get a
I want
goal.
him
He
so
almost
bad.
did. He literally almost he scored almost twice that game. Literally shitting bricks
Were they
watching that game.
sitters or were they like pretty difficult shots? Do you remember?
No, no, they were good shots.
Okay.
I mean, he's a quality. He's probably uh
I would
hot
love him
take.
at United.
Pedro Neto is the best player on Wolves right now.
Yeah, I would love him at United over Elise. I know that might be a hot take, but I just think Pedro Neto has so much more quality and he has so much more potential. I think his ceiling is really really high, and he can play anywhere on the front three, and that's what we really need, honestly.
I think right now, Andrew, um, I don't disagree with you about quality. I mean, I think you'd probably agree with this that he wouldn't solve our issues. Obviously, one player does not solve our issues.
Oh, absolutely not.
I think our backline's it's a mess. I mean, it's a catastrophe. It is just a bundle of shit.
Yeah,
To put it straightforward.
yeah. To say the
Um,
least, a bundle of shit is
not
actually
not
putting it
it's just
nicely.
not it's not just injuries, but you gotta have depth. I mean, we do as a squad. There's no depth,
Right.
right? I mean, no wonder we're not going to beat City. First of all, and it's not even about the quality of players. We have a good first overall. We have a good first team. Okay,
But
even
then
in
it's
that
when
game,
those drop down is when you drop down
yeah,
from like,
and the substitutions as well. I don't even want to get into that game, but like, oh wow, Eric, Sofian Amrabat, cut that guy's kid. Just pay the loan fee. I'm gonna go into career mode right now and pay that damn loan fee,
yeah,
dude.
he
'Cause
needs to
that
go
is
back
a
to Italy.
bunch. It's just World Cup performances. Just people buy on that. Look at Chelsea, Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah,
Enough
for
said.
real.
Um, but no, I think back to what I was saying. I think that I mean if we had another decent lineup to back up the players,
If we had a city bench, bro, we
we
could have
could have
won
maybe
that.
got a 1-0 win,
I mean,
even a draw, even a point.
even
Honestly, I
when
mean,
Johnny Evans came off due to that injury, Johnny Evans was the main reason why we were still, 1-0, or we were actually tied at that point when he came off because Foden scored that fucking screamer. But
yeah.
Johnny Evans has been a absolute shock transfer for me. I thought that he was just I thought he was just going to be a big burden, and he's honestly been one of our most consistent central defenders.
No, yeah. I think experience, especially just playing for the club, first of all. Also, his experience. I mean, what he's 35 years old, 34 years old.
He's up there.
I mean, I don't think he was ever a bad player. I mean, it's just age, right? I mean, player values go down with age, and I mean, he doesn't have the stamina to. I mean, play like 90 minutes. I don't think, or now it's like 110 minutes each game
Right.
because extra time is ridiculous. But I think his presence is good for the locker room in general, just as a I would say a historian for United, and just as a player himself. I mean, because he's still a good player. He's a decent player, and I think he knows what he's doing. Like he may not be as crazy as he was back in the good old Fergie days.
Right.
However, like
He's still
that
kicking.
exactly, dude. He's kicking it. Was that
A
funny?
little
Kicking it.
throwback if you know you know.
Yeah. TV, if you know, you know. But yeah, so I mean, I can go on and on about United, but I'm not even going to.
Right, right. We got yeah,
Um,
let's move on here a little bit. So going back
Brighton,
to
Brighton's really just they're bad with injuries. Last hot take: De Zerbi leaving this after the season or no?
I think so, yeah. I think somebody's gonna offer him a big contract, whether it's United, Liverpool, maybe Bayern, maybe
But I thought you
Chelsea.
said Eric. I thought you said Eric's in.
I hope
Not
he is in, but what people are being told is that he's got 3 games left before he gets the sack, and I hope to God that
is that
those
what
are all
it is?
false. I hope so.
I didn't even know that.
I hope those are all false, man. I really don't want him to leave. It'd be a massive expense that we could put elsewhere. You know what I mean? It just like
Yes,
it
I
doesn't make
mean
any
we'd have to
sense.
pay him what, like 30 million?
It'd be a pretty unless you like quote unquote mutually agree to terminate it, or he just like steps down. It's
He's
gonna
not
be a
gonna
pretty
step
big
down.
fee.
He's gonna take that fat check. I mean,
Nah,
I
he's not
would.
gonna
No
step down
offense.
because he's not a quitter too. Like I really
Well,
do think that
yeah.
he believes he could turn this team around. He just needs more time. Like look at Arteta, bro.
I
Look at
I
Arteta.
know. That's true.
But anyway, so
It took Fergie 3 years to
exactly, we
get
need
United.
more
I mean,
time.
I do, yeah.
But
But we can move on from that.
yeah,
It's a
so I'm gonna go back to
long
Europa
story.
League here, just a little bit because it's really interesting. So, SC Freiburg actually won 1-0 in the first leg to West Ham, but obviously it's at home. So, if they bring it back to the London Stadium, I'm pretty sure West Ham can probably squeeze that through. And then you have
Really?
AC Milan winning against Slavia Praha, 4-2 at home. Christian Pulisic, my boy Christian Pulisic scored I think it was like in the 80 something minute. It was a pretty nice game. Just Milan were piling on pressure as they normally do. And then
Hmm.
interesting, Xavi Alonso maintains his unbeaten streak just
Oh,
barely. They were 2
I
nil
did.
down
That's the
at the
one thing I
half.
did see.
They were 2 nil down at the half, and they came back 2-2 to save that unbeaten streak, which is honestly, it's unbelievable what he's doing
Tastes
with
like
Leverkusen.
promotion.
Yeah, he what a
Oh,
manager.
man.
Honestly, what a
Gonna get
manager.
promoted to Bayern Munich or Liverpool. Shit.
Yeah, I hope it's Bayern. I really don't want I really don't want him at Liverpool.
Imagine he goes to Liverpool. I mean, then again, though, listen, as me and you have seen, it's not only about managers, right? There's a lot of higher ups that have left that are leaving Liverpool. Positions that
Rumors
still
are
need to be
Virgil van
filled.
Dijk might leave as well.
I'm not surprised there. I mean, I think Liverpool. I think they're going to lose Van Dijk. Salah's probably going to be gone. I I don't know about Darwizzi.
Nah, Darwizzi's
Um,
gonna stay. He signed until 27, so
I don't know about Gakpo. Um,
I think
I don't
all
know about the
the
younger
newer players
players,
signed within the first couple of years are gonna stay. But it's like you said, like Salah, maybe even
but like,
Jota may leave, bro.
yeah, I'd say so because he's a yeah. I mean, I think he has a quality to be a first team player, but obviously he's not going to get that game time because Dominic Szoboszlai he's going to be playing over him the
Right.
majority of the time. However, this is I mean, I don't see why they would want to. There's no project to believe in. First of all, second of all, I mean, let's say okay, they win the league. Klopp's still leaving. Okay, they'd get Xabi Alonso. Who's going to be running the the club itself? I mean, there's a lot of positions to be filled, like I said. And I mean, I don't know. Then again, it's like if Xabi Alonso does go there, it might just, you know, thank you, Klopp, for everything. Now we just got potentially, I mean, one of the best future managers of the world,
Right.
um, of all time. Who knows, right? We can all say, uh, our opinions here, just our beliefs. But yeah, we don't really know what Xabi Alonso has to offer until he goes to his big club. But so
Right.
far, he's showing with, I mean, still a very good team. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but
I
he's
mean the
showing
fact
it with
that
Bayern Leverkusen.
it's also
Mm.
incredible the fact that he's been able to get his defenders more involved. Like Jeremy Frimpong and Grimaldo, like what they've
Oh yeah,
done this
they have a
season.
lot of goals.
I think Jeremy Frimpong actually now has 10 goals, 10 assists in all competitions, which is absolutely incredible for a fullback. Like
And he
literally
has
that's
a
double
very
or
cheap
triple
release
Marcus
clause.
Rashford's numbers.
Yep, and he has a very cheap release clause coming up as well.
Yeah, I mean Ten
Um,
Hag had his eye on Jeremy Frimpong, and we do need a right back. So I'm not gonna say
we
we
need
could sign
everything.
him,
We
but
need everything. We need everything.
right. I mean,
I
okay,
mean,
I wanna loop it back around to United for a little bit, but more specifically to
okay.
one player, and this is because you've been dogging on this guy since I met you, Diogo Dallo. I will say this with full chest and full confidence: Diogo Dallo has been our best player of the season.
Listen, I was just very pissed about him against Wilfred Zaha. Okay, I just in the Champions League against Galatasaray. I mean, yeah, got absolutely bodied, like absolutely bodied. I don't know if you remember that,
I do,
but
but it's one mistake, and people are
I
allowed to make
know, I know,
mistakes.
I get it. But I'm just saying. I mean, Wan-Bissaka, I mean, he's eating that shit up all day, every day. But he's injured, so like everyone else. Um, but no, I will say this: he has improved a lot. So I'm gonna give him the credit. So I'm sorry that Diego, I'm sorry that I doubted you. Um, maybe if we do a, you know, European draft, Southern Europe or whatever, maybe I'll draft you. Who knows?
Yeah,
Uh,
genuinely though, what a player he's turned into under Eric Ten
yeah,
Hag.
I think he's gotten a lot better. His transfer market value's gone up too, a lot.
I bet, yeah. And I know the
I think
Portugal
it's.
coach rates him super high, so
Oh
hopefully there's
yeah,
more of him to come in the future.
who else they got? Nelson Semedo. I mean,
I mean, they got
at the
Joao
right back.
Cancelo.
Oh, Joao Cancelo. Well,
And he doesn't
he
even
can play
start.
left back too, right?
Yeah, but then you got Noon Mensch, so
Yeah, but he's injured, or he's
he's
just
back.
getting
He's
back.
back, yeah. So that's good to see.
Yeah,
He's
so
he's he's another great player. It sucks that
promising
he's
player.
been destroyed with injuries.
Yeah. Well, so you think okay, kind of going back to Europa League, but like in the Europa League, do you think Xabi Alonso leaves Bayer Leverkusen this summer, or does he stay another year?
I was gonna say, honestly, he
He could
with
stay
the
another year.
dynasty that he's built at Leverkusen, he could either push his luck and do another season, or he just leaves his legacy honestly, the way it should be, and just kind of goes elsewhere.
What if he wins the Bundesliga, which it's looking like right now, and wins the Europa League? I mean, I'm looking at this from a young Greek lad playing career mode, but like, I mean, he could be that guy, like Sir Alex Ferguson was for Man United, like bringing all those trophies and staying at the club. Um, I mean, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't that attract like for recruitment purposes? Why wouldn't that attract big players?
Right, but I mean,
Like,
here's the
yeah,
thing though, is just the
the
overall
name is in
history
Real
of the club.
Madrid or Barcelona. Yes, I do know that. However, why wouldn't he, sell players on like let's build something here.
Right, he could
Like
build the dynasty.
you will be the beginning of the Bayer Leverkusen dominant dynasty, like being the first name up there, right? Like the original 11, whatever you want to call them. Um,
The
anyway, it's
Busby
just a
Babes.
hypothetical. It's all just hypothetical and imaginary uh,
Yeah,
things. You know how SpongeBob says, "Imagination." Yeah.
imagination.
There you go.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing. Unfortunately, only time can tell, and
Yeah. No, it's just all hypotheticals.
yeah, I'm very curious to see where he
The
does go
Zerbi,
though.
Chabi Alonso, Tuchel. He's gonna
Graham
be gone.
Potter, Nagelsmann.
I don't even talk about Graham Potter. And then they've started linking Gareth Southgate to Man United. I'm
Oh
literally,
my God,
if
bro! If that
he signs for
happens,
Man United, I quit. I quit just life. I mean, let me tell you,
yeah,
quote unquote
that's gonna
hobby.
be bad. He can barely manage the England
That
national team, bro.
that would be. I mean, if Ineos has any right mind of frame, I think that rumor is just highly false. I think it's just clout. It's clout.
Bro,
Uh,
if he signs for Man United, it's gonna be Calvin Phillips. It's gonna be Harry Maguire. It's
oh
gonna
my
be
gosh.
fucking Phil Foden is gonna jump over there.
Oh,
He's just gonna
oh
get
my
all of
god.
England on his side, bro.
Dude, nah, Phil Foden wouldn't leave City.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and yeah, I just kind of want to touch. I want to throw out a hot take there. I don't think Pep Guardiola is better than Sir Alex Ferguson.
No,
Just
definitely
because
not. Absolutely not.
he has not, he can't stay at one club. I think if he stays at City for the next 10 years and consistently wins, you can have him in the conversation. He's still going to be one of the best managers ever because I mean he can win, right? He's obviously gone to different clubs around the world and won, but he's not. He can't. It's like I want to see him stay at one club and just win all the time, which he can definitely do that with City. I mean, but
Yeah, with
I mean
their
he's
fucking financial fair play charges and
yeah, which
cheating.
is literally cheating. And didn't Everton get deducted again?
No, they got less points taken away. So instead of like 10, they got 6 points taken away or some shit.
Right.
So they're back
Oh
out
yeah,
of the
that's right. That's right.
relegation battle, which is
That's
good
right.
for them.
Right. Yeah. No historical club, but no. I just don't think Pep will ever match the Sir Alex Ferguson era. It just won't. As a manager, though, I mean, unbelievable. But
I mean, yeah,
like I
what
said,
Alex
he just will
Ferguson
never
did,
match that.
different times, less money, like
He built them from
multiple
literal
times,
shit,
multiple times.
literal shit.
He had like
I mean, it's
three
not like City were
transformations
shit.
from a club.
Yeah, completely transformed the club. Youth. He started with the youth, worked his way up, boom, and then he attracted players like. I mean, obviously Cristiano Ronaldo was nothing yet, but he was still a sought after teenager. Um,
I mean, yeah, but I mean, what a signing! What a
yeah, I
signing!
mean, literally the best player in the world of all time. I don't care what anyone says. Um, Danny. Anyway, and all these Messi fans out here, you know. Yeah, Holland doesn't win the Ballon d'Or. Interesting. Anyway, that's just uh, my frustrations. But um, anyway, moving forward, yeah, Sir Alex is really need to transform that club from next to nothing.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure. I
sorry,
mean,
from nothing to I mean something something. So
Yeah,
I mean, everyone knows that.
he
But
did a great job.
yeah,
Um, on that
I mean, is
note,
there
I mean,
anything else?
obviously there's so much endlessness to talk about.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
lot to talk about.
there's so much stuff to talk about, but obviously we're a little bit short on time here. We're running a little bit high on time, so I think for tonight, Tasso, what do you think about calling it there, man?
I'm thinking about. I agree with you, Andrew. I do got to wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeesh.
Um, yeah, I know it's rough, man. But you know what? We got to pay the bills and then go to school and then uh, you know, edit pod stuff, and then do other stuff. So yeah,
And then some
it's
more stuff.
and some more stuff, right? You know, I gotta. Oh yeah, the draft. I gotta figure out my freaking game plan here. Hobby's just like, let me tell you, messy in my lineup. You know,
Yeah, definitely,
uh,
definitely, y'all look forward to that episode 13 coming out, as well as this Western Hemisphere draft. I'm super
yes,
excited.
episode 13. I'm sorry, that will be the best draft we ever do moving forward. I don't care if there's any other drafts. There will be good moments, but this was just like,
So much fun,
guys,
man.
I can't even explain it. It was seriously. I mean, what we spent 5 hours like just doing the actual like just the pod itself.
Yeah, so
Um,
much content that we had to sift through. It was crazy, man.
yeah. So shout out Andrew, unbelievable team member. So yeah, give yourself a pat on the back, Andrew. I'll get some stars stickers from Walgreens, and I'll give one to you.
Sounds like a plan, man.
Um, anyway, guys, thank you for watching, listening, seeing. Episode 13 is coming out very soon. We do apologize for the delay. You can blame, well,
We
I
transfer.
would say, yeah, we transfer also, well, what kind of computer do you have, Andrew? Because I'm gonna blame
Uh,
my computer too.
I got
Don't
a
worry.
Republic of Gamers Zephyrus G14.
All right, whatever the hell that is, and then Apple, like guys, like we tried to transfer and our file got corrupted, and we had to, go other routes.
But
And
we
anyway,
did it, and we found a way
yeah,
through, and it's
yeah,
coming.
yep. Yeah, Andrew, you can close this out.
All right, yeah, man. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys, or I guess listening. Hopefully, this is like one of those ones where you play on your way to work or whatever. Thank you guys for subscribing, hitting the like button, notification bell, following, doing whatever you're doing. We appreciate all the support and the love that we've been getting recently. And yeah, so episode 13.5, we're wrapping up, and we will see you guys.
And as always, United, United,
This
United.
guy, man, he's endless with it. But anyways, on a real note, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Good night, guys. See ya.